honey. Happy birthday. I hope you will enjoy this video. I've had a lot of help and fun doing it for you. As you can see, this is your life.
Happy birthday, Dennis. Just wanted to take a minute of your time to wish you a very, very happy birthday, and how nice it must be to be only 40 years old. And I want to thank you for the association that we have had as a player, as a coach, or co-worker, a coach, but I guess most of all as a very close and loyal friend. And I hope that association continues. And hope you remember this day for a long time and have many, many more happy birthdays.
How you doing, Dennis? When we came up with this idea and they approached me about it, I wondered whether I ought to get dressed or not. But you know, 99% of the time that you've seen me in your life, I've been in shorts and t-shirts, so I figured this was appropriate right here. You know, when I think about Dennis, I've got to go on 3 levels. First of all, as a player that played for me, then as a assistant coach that we were both assistants together, and then as a head coach. So let me kind of hit all 3 of those areas. Dennis, when he was a player, was an excellent guard, an all-district guard on a state championship football team. And he was no angel by any means. As a matter of fact, that whole bunch in 70 knew how to have a good time. They knew what that was all about. But they also knew how to work. And he was with a pretty special group. They were very, very close kids, and came through an experience which was the first year that we were integrated, and we would have gang fights in the morning during the breaks and before schools, and then after school those same kids would be out there practicing football together. And the fact that we could put this together as a team and have the success they did playing football, winning a state championship, I think had a lot to do with bringing that school together for the remainder of the year, because things got better after that state championship. And I think that all these kids that were involved in this, Dennis and all of them, came out stronger for having gone through this kind of situation. I really do. As an assistant coach, Dennis and I were assistants under Wally, and I might be wrong about this, but I really think these were maybe the most favorite years of Dennis's coaching career, because we had some good teams and good kids to work with, and a fairly relaxed situation, and it was really a nice time. He did a great job coaching defensive ends, had some good people to work with, and those were some real fine years, and I'm sure he'll remember those as good years. And then Dennis went on and took the head coaching job, and somebody asked me, he said, "Pat, are you going to apply for this when it came available?" And I said, "No, I've only got a few more years, and I know there's a guy here that can do a hell of a job with it," and he did. Dennis stepped in as the head coach, and the only problem Dennis had was his really genuine concern with each and every individual kid. And it hurt him so bad when we lose one to grades, or we lose one for being ineligible some way, or just dropping out of the program, and things like this really killed Dennis. And it was a big load for him to carry. At the time that he came in, our numbers were getting low, and the grade problem was getting worse and worse. However, we did a pretty good job with the grade situation. But the thing that I hate to see about Dennis getting out of coaching, and I've told him, is we need people like him that are really genuinely interested in kids. But Dennis, you can go ahead and do that in the classroom or whatever you end up with, and I'm sure you're going to continue to do a great job in that respect. Now, the last thing, I want to say something about golf. They continue to talk about Dennis hitting the ball a mile. I want to tell you that I've been practicing since I've been retired, and I can hit the ball now as far as you can. It just takes me 3 strokes to do it, but I can get it there. And I've got strokes I haven't even used yet. Anyway, happy birthday, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis. This is Old Doc. I'm sure you can recognize me, but if you can't, well, it's me, Old Doc, wishing you a happy 40th birthday. You know, I was thinking, Dennis, back, gosh, it's been 23 years now, since 1970, since you and all the other guys were out there and won the state championship in 1970, and it's been, like I say, 23 years, and I know that's been a great 23 years for you. You've certainly added a great deal to all this community, and both since then you've become a husband and a great father and a great teacher. You've added so much to everybody's life, especially you've contributed to mine, and I'll never forgive you for that. I think of everything that's happened and all the hugs and all the kisses and all the smiles and all the cries and everything that's gone up during that time, and I'll never forget it. Of course, that's what life is all about. One thing I always loved, the practice field, the practice session, and always have enjoyed seeing your dad, which is sometimes unusual in our times to see a father out there, but I always loved seeing your dad, talking to him, and see how proud he was of you and is of you, and that's a very great compliment. I wish all fathers were like that. All the Ceder family loves you and loves everything you've done, and I really appreciate you letting me spend a portion of your life with you, and we wish you the best of everything. I know God's got something great planned for you like he's had in the past, and I love you, the whole Ceder family loves you, and happy birthday and another 40. Dennis, see you, pal.
It's happy birthday. Teresa and Lil brought me all of their picture albums to select from for your video. I hope they will serve to show your life of 40 years. I enjoyed doing this. It was a lot of fun. Some of them brought back memories of when I first met you. I've seen you mature and grow to where you are now, and I couldn't love and admire anyone more than you, Dennis. One of the most precious memories I'll always remember is my dad's funeral. The sermon, the prayers, and the witnessing of Jesus Christ that you shared with us then. May God bless you very much, always. Happy birthday.
Hi, Dan. I've known you for a little over 8 years now, and I've come to know you as a man of many, many fine qualities and attributes. And the one that sticks out most in my mind is the one that Joe has just related to you when you gave Chick's sermon at his funeral. That was simply amazing. But since she's already talked about that, I will talk about another. And that is your honesty. I remember the time that Joe and I came up from Aransas Pass, and we brought a week's receipts from the store with us so we wouldn't leave them in the store. And we had them in a green money bag. Well, we were unloading the car, and Teresa was out there, and your mother showed it to her, and there was quite a bit of money in it. So Teresa says, I'm going to play a trick on Dennis. Well, I definitely was not in favor of that, and neither was Joe. But Teresa says, I'm going to do it anyway. You know Teresa. So she went running in the house, jumping up and down and screaming, and said, look what I found, look what I found. And she showed you this money back. Well, you counted all this money out, and I don't remember, but there was $12,000 or $15,000. There's a lot of money there. There was no name, no address, no way of identifying the money, and you didn't hesitate a minute. You said, we've got to go turn this money in. There's very few people in this world that would have done that. And it's just another credit to your complete honesty. However, you are not perfect. You do make mistakes. And one of the ones that stick out in my mind, as far as your faults go, is that when you are chauffeuring or driving somebody around, when you get in the car, you have been known to just drive off and leave them standing in the street. And they're standing there in utter amazement as you drive off into the sunset. And other than that, I want to wish you a happy, happy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dennis. You're my only great grandchild. Boy, Helen Ann is the other one, and you two are my precious children. And I love both of you. And I remember so well, you were such a darling little boy and played around. I didn't get to have you so much when you were little, but I have been with you the last years. And I know when you were in my Sunday school class, you were just my inspiration, absolutely. Because if I said something about Revelation that you didn't like, you spoke up. And that's what it means to me that you. And I remember when you dedicated Keith, you wanted him dedicated on the altar. And oh, what a blessing it is to me to know. And last Sunday, a week ago, on Mother's Day, we're 14 in the family, and all 14 of us were there, and I didn't know that we were all there, but we were. And it just pleases me, because that's my life. My life is to see my family saved and ready to meet the Lord when He comes. And you've done wonders, and I just told Joe and Joe about the film that we took here for you, or you at the university. At the university, when you graduated, we gave you all the, I don't know why I got hoarse all at once, but, and when the Rays helped you, and my helpings from when I've been overseas, and you made such a wonderful grade. And I meet people now at Luby's, and I said, do you know Coach Ceder? Oh yes, we know him, and they speak so well of you. And I know that you're one that don't want to be in the front, in front of everything. But son, you've just got to know that you're honorable, and that's what it takes to be a daddy. And God bless you, and happy birthday.
Well, this is a great day, Dennis, and we're real proud of you. And just a few thoughts to know that you're going over the hill. And we can remember when you were little. Well, of course, first thing is when we knew we had a boy, we were all excited and real proud of you, even though you came, we said 21, but it's really 22 days before Helen Ann got here. But we were proud of you, and then we can't help but remember all the days at Ridgetop. Oh, goodness, every morning breakfast, and then to school. Some days you'd walk with Helen Ann, some days you wouldn't. But it was fun every afternoon you coming home, and then as you grew up, we're just really proud of you. And happy birthday. Happy 40th birthday.
Dennis, don't let them tell you you're going over the hill, buddy. I didn't have fun until I was 40 years old. I thought I was, but I found out different. And back to your little school days, when you were small, I think more often than, I guess, about this one thing than I do anything is when you used to slip those comic books in your pants and yes, in your shirt, and come in the house just acting like there wasn't anything wrong. So the days, there's been many days and years through here, but buddy, you turned out all right after all, and we're proud of you, and I want to say happy birthday to you.
Dennis, we enjoyed having you all through the summer months when you stayed with us after school. Everything you did was wonderful for Daddy and me. We always thought so much of you, and you always played in the yard and never gave any trouble at all. One day you went to play golf, and you called me and said you were going to be late, and when you came down the street, what you had won was a trophy, and we were really excited all about it. And we always did love everything you did, and whatever thing that your mother could do for you to take you there every morning. And we always were waiting and always was happy to see you. Daddy thought so much of you. He was always wishing that he could have taken you out in the shop and teach you different things. But the time came where he was not able to do that. And we always loved you. Happy birthday, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis. Beth and I just want to come out and be part of your birthday. Is that okay to say? And just put in what we remember when you were born. I remember the phone call to the house telling that you were here, and I went with your mother and dad to pick you up, and we brought you home. And I remember many a night your mama struggled with trying to get you to sleep, and I'd have to go get you and put you to sleep. And then I've got pictures where you were always in my cabinet eating crackers. And then as the time went on, well, I can remember when you were growing up, and I think Batman was one of your favorite things. I think it stands out in my mind better than anything, is you coming in and saying, "Batman!" And then as time went on, well, you started to school, and then as you, the boys, Arvid and Milton, were always your big brothers. And as time went on with your going through school, and then you getting married, and I don't know, I've always kept up with you because you were always a special little boy in my heart. And I've always loved you so much, and I just want to wish you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dennis. Glad to see you made 40. I figured you would if you kept on trying. And there's a bunch of things I remember about you being a little kid. And I'll never forget the time we moved from the country and moved into town, and you thought we went off and left you because you thought you was one of ours instead of, just Dennis. And you thought Arvid and Milton Jr. were your brothers. But I remember you doing lots of good old things and playing in the kitchen and outside and all that stuff. And I just a bunch of stuff I can't remember now what all it was. But you was a pretty good little boy and growed up and made a fine man. So anyway, Dennis, happy birthday on your 40th.
May 30th, 1953 at 6:30 a.m. was one of the happiest days of our lives. We have had some happy days and we've had some sad days, but through it all, you have been a wonderful son, husband, and dad. And as parents, we have been blessed to have you. We love you and hope this birthday will be your best ever. Happy birthday, son.
Happy birthday, Dan. Surely you've been the highlight of our life as you have come and gone through the years to school, to college, to coach, to teach. You've always been dear to us, and you know it. There's been surely sad times and good times, but we always forget about the bad times. So now that you've given us a wonderful daughter-in-law, 3 great-grandchildren, and your teaching career, and as you enter this, or as you come to this 40th birthday, we couldn't do more than wish you the happiest of your life. So may God bless you, and happy birthday, dear.
I know you feel like people are showing you too much attention right now, but you deserve it, Dad. Dad, you've been the best father and a friend 3 boys could ever wish for. You've always set a good Christian example for us, and I thank you for it. You've raised me to be a good boy, but obviously now I'm a man. Dad, thank you for being there for me, and I love you very much. Happy birthday, Pop.
I wanted to tell you that you made me feel really welcome at your house, and I wanted to tell you happy birthday.
Hi, Dad. First of all, I just want to say happy birthday and I love you. Next, I just want to say that you've been a great father, and you've always been there for me no matter what the circumstance. And I have many fond memories that me and you have spent dating back to our little trips that we went to Dallas together. But nothing compares to the experience you and me have shared since I've been at Reagan. Coming to Reagan was the hardest decision I've ever had to make. And, you know, all my friends, they were going to Anderson. I had mixed feelings about transfer to Reagan. And now I'm so, you know, so glad I didn't, because I never would have gotten to know you the way I have if I went to Anderson. And, you know, if I would have went to Anderson, you know, I would have got to see you 2 hours or 1 hour a day or whatever it was. And, you know, you were right. You know, you said that I keep all my friends from Anderson and still be happy at Reagan. And, you know, I found that, you know, to be true. And, you know, I'm just glad that we've got to spend a lot of, you know, time together, and I've gotten to know you a whole lot better since I've been at Reagan. And now, you know, I just wanted to let you know that I think the world of you, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, I just want to say I know you're going to get a lot of money for your birthday. I'm going to look forward to going to the old man to get some conks and cards. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dennis. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Hi honey, I hope you've enjoyed your video. We've worked hard and a lot of love has gone into it. Well, you've had an eventful 40 years. It just goes to show you've been a good son, a good husband, a good father, and definitely a good friend to a lot of people. And I love you very much. Happy birthday!